29th, 2024 school board special meeting to order at 5 p.m. Present is board member Bjornstead, board member Tiff, board member Schoenfelder, and remotely is board member Rowe. Board members Buck and Ostendorf are not present. I know they both they both had other things going on, along with Superintendent Joshik. So we have one item on the agenda, but before that, we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, based upon a special meeting, we cannot conduct any other business other than what's on the agenda that was posted back when the special meeting notice was posted. One item on there is the Goodhue County Ed District LTFM plan. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve today's special meeting agenda.
So moved.
Moved by Ms. Bjornstead, second by Ms. Schoenfelder. All in favor, roll call vote. Ms. Rowe?
Aye.
Tiff?
Aye.
Ms. Schoenfelder?
Aye.
Ms. Bjornstead?
Aye.
And chair votes aye. I almost blew it. I got it though. All right, Mr. Superintendent Joshik, it's yours.
So we, prior meeting, we had some information regarding the GCED long-term facility maintenance plan. And with that, they have their own plan, but because as we are a joint powers agreement, they have to have permission from each of the entities in order to proceed with their plan. So on this, there's $100,000 worth of revenue that they are requesting within the LTFM plan. On this, so they go in, that would be the amount of revenue that would be levied. The amount that is levied there is dependent upon the percentage of each individual school district within the co-op or within the joint powers agreement. So right now, 32% of the student population falls within Red Wing. So we're responsible for 32%. I don't know the percentages of the other districts, but they vary. So with that, this money does not come out of the Red Wing Public Schools LTFM allocation. This is entirely separate. It's a different levy. So that money is collected, goes to GCED, again, from the proportions that we had earlier. With this, what they have to do, just like we do, is they got to put together an expenditure plan. And in their expenditure plan, they go through, so on it, there's things like flooring and plumbing and different pieces like that. It may be a roof repair, some of that kind of stuff. And they do not have to spend all of those funds in any one year. Anything that they have that's remaining on that, they can carry over to a subsequent year. What I think confused us a little bit about the last time when we talked about this was this roof repair that came up, and all of a sudden we didn't know exactly what that was all about. On this, again, it's a 10-year plan, and ultimately the final expenditures have to be approved by the GCED board, which Ms. Bjornstead is a part of. So in order to get it on the radar, the GCED administration put a roof replacement. And on that roof replacement, they used a placeholder number of $250,000. Exactly where that number came from, right now it's probably just an educated guess. The roof on that building has a 30-year warranty on it. The building was built in 2015, so realistically, that roof should be usable and functional until 2045, okay? So in 2034, that's when they started putting on, we gotta start thinking about a roof. So from that point, that's when they gotta kind of figure out, are they gonna pull back some of their funds each year going forward for that, in order to have that repair. So for the most part, that $250,000 that they put on there, again, it's an estimate, and that is going to be subject to subsequent plans because this plan has to be approved each year. Okay, so does that make sense to where we're at?
Let me just throw in here something. So last year was $100,000, the LTF plan. This year they want 100,000 again, but not an additional 100,000.
Correct.
So we're just actually approving the normal LTFM allocation, and they're just putting something in there for the growth, but not asking us for additional 32%.
That is correct.
So we're really only, so we got we got tripped up some on the last time, just the way it was. So the money on their LTF plan is the same as last year, and they're just putting on their radar that they have to look at the roof down the road, but not asking for additional dollars.
That is correct.
That makes much more sense. All right?
Yeah.
Ms. Rowe, you have a question?
Actually, do have a question. So if that money is not all spent in the LTFM, where does that go?
It stays in a reserved account with GCED, and it has to be used for long-term facilities maintenance. It's got the requirements there.
Thank you.
Kind of like ours. If we don't use ours, I mean, I think there's a better way for LTF, for planning for budget like that, but that's the way they do it. We do it too, so it's fine. It'll work, but I wish we had clear stuff about this, so we don't have to have this special meeting. So, yes,
I don't know how to say this eloquently, so I'm just gonna say it, but it seems so odd to me always with GCED how we need all of the partners' approval to pass this LTFM. But when it comes to spending money through GCED, they don't need all the partners' approval. So Red Wing is a very different partner than the other districts because they're much, much smaller. They have a smaller tax base. They are spending less money. They're committing less funds. So it always makes me feel a little bit not quite right that, yes, they approve how to spend their money, whether it's LTFM, which is what we're talking about tonight, that the board can make a decision how to do that. But it's not a unanimous vote on what's kind of decision making. And Red Wing, where the most students and the most money in play, has that same, as an equal vote to all the other member districts. You know what I'm saying? But yet, to levy our taxpayers, everyone has to, it just
So that's just because of.
seems odd.
Well, it does seem strange, well, because this is that's the process is in place as a joint powers agreement with the state.
Yeah.
So that's probably where we end up with a little bit difference, whereas ultimately it comes down to, deciding where that's gonna go to the member district's representatives. who are on that.
But Teresa's one member,
She
and
is
no
one.
district is like ours.
Yep.
So like, we're always in the minority vote.
I don't know if you're always in the minority.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, if we had an argument, I mean, I've had conflicts with what I thought money was being spent on and questioned it. It doesn't matter if we vote no, because the other small districts can vote yes and it all passes, even though we have the most to pay for it and tax people for it.
I'm working on that whole situation. I
Yeah.
don't know that we're ever gonna get, I don't know that it's even reasonable to expect that we would get to a weighted vote, because that's
Yeah.
essentially what would happen.
Right, like your student population should wait your vote, in my opinion, for that board, but
Now, that's, I don't know if that can happen.
it wasn't set up that way. They'll never change it, I'm sure.
yeah, you're right, Ms. Olga, to a degree, because for like the tech position that Ms. Bjornsted,
We gotta be cautious, we don't get off into the weeds.
yeah.
Right.
so,
Is the only.
Yeah,
So
no,
we
I
can,
understand.
the spending part of it, we have to be concerned about the LTFM spending too.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, it sounds like it's the same as it's always been, and there's not additional funds that we thought there were. So, is there anybody want to entertain a motion to approve the,
Yes, I recommend a motion to approve the GCD long-term facilities maintenance plan as presented.
I was second.
motion by Ms. Bjornsted, second by Ms. Tiff. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Schoenfelder?
Aye.
Ms. Tiff?
Aye.
Ms. Rowe?
Aye.
Ms. Bjornsted?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carries 5-0. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the special meeting.
So moved.
Moved by Ms. Tiff, I'll second. Motion is made, seconded. Start with a roll call vote. Ms. Bjornsted?
Aye.
Ms. Rowe?
Aye.
Ms. Tiff?
Aye.
Mr. Schoenfelder?
Aye.
And chair votes aye. 5-0. We are adjourned. Thanks, Pam, for joining us. Take care.